We don't know where we're going to end up, but we've all had good days, haven't we?
Yeah, we've had a good day.
Amazing today.
It's fished its brains out to be fair to it. I mean, I've been on a bit of a tricky lake. I've been on High Pool, which is probably the hardest lake on the complex at the moment. Not what I was hoping for. I was kind of hoping for a big weight and maybe a match win or a framing place. That's where a lot of the money is on these festivals. But enjoyed it. I've managed to win my section actually. I drew peg 50 on High, which is like where Andy Bennett was yesterday. He had £70 odd of it and he gave me some good info this morning. I've just fished long to the point. You're like on a point of an island, and it's quite a good area for carp. That I've drew it before in one of the pole masters actually, and a lot of the carp live like in that bowl to your right. So I just basically sent a match around that. I fished, set up 2 mugging rigs, a rig for hard pellets to the point where it's like 4 foot deep, and then an edge rig to my left where Andy said you'll catch some stockies and stuff like that to tick over during the day. And it's been a simple day. I've literally fished my mugging rig for the first hour, had like 3 or 4 carp, then had a few on pellets down the left hand edge, and then had a brilliant spell mid-match where I had like 6 carp in an hour, just fishing like a little robin red 4 mil and like a 0.3 dibber. They're all like £5-6 like peas in a pod, little commons. It was brilliant fishing, to be fair. I've enjoyed it, something different.
It's funny with that mugging, this seems to be them sort of stamp of fish what you talked about. If you flick at one of them, you'll catch it.
Yeah.
Them £5-6 commons.
Yeah.
If you get one of them real big units come past, you flick at it, and it sort of swims
Yeah,
past and doesn't even want to know. It's
Yeah.
really frustrating when it's like that, but that just seems to be the case, doesn't it? But they're definitely important fish on a day like today, aren't they? On
Yeah.
High, like if you
Found
can.
Customs good mugging today, mate.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I thought about this after I spoke to Mikey after the match, and he said he'd mugged a few on casters, and I felt like I probably could have tried that myself, but when I flicked at them well and I felt like they were going to have it, they did on a robin red.
Yeah.
It's just difficult because it's so wide, and a lot of the carp there sit like at 17 metres, like 2 16-metre sections. I'm trying to mug them, doing it nicely. It's not easy, to be honest. I mean, I know it's not something I do all the time, but I've done it a bit this year and I feel like I've got a little bit better at it. But yeah, it's not easy. Yeah, I've had a nice day. Nothing's really fed on that pool again today. I've had a few in the edge, and I had 2 on hard pellets last sort of 20 minutes across. Yeah, but happy to finish on a win. I don't think I'll be anywhere overall in the festival. There's a lot of anglers that'll be above me, but nice to catch a few and finish on a win.
Yeah, finish on a win, yeah. So I'll talk about my match. I drew 11 on top pool, which I looked at the results from the last couple of days and it caught very little, so I was a bit down about it. But when I got there and I looked at it, I thought I'm bound to get some bites across to the island. I could reach the island with sort of 17.5 metres, which is a long way, but obviously you know how important we've talked about on this festival, like cover is, fishing towards the islands. So that's what I was going to do, and basically that's what I've done all day really. I've just shipped to the island, loose feeding casters, caught some fish, shallow, and then also I've managed to lug 7 carp as well. I've had like a mugging rig, and then I've had sort of a shallow rig on a bit lighter gear, and I've caught better on that with caster on. That was the best, like same as what Tom said, especially them big fish. I've actually managed to catch one about 10 or 12 pound a common
on your light gear.
On my light gear, which it's crazy how like you'll flick a rig that you think's, I don't know whether it's the lighter gear, whether it's the caster, the smaller float, I don't know what it is, but you do seem to catch an odd fish on that, and he didn't pull too hard, so you seem to be able to get them in. And yeah, I've had a real good day's fishing, to be fair. Miles better than I thought. Managed to end up with £130, which won my section. So again, similar to Rob, I'm on 6 points.
Yeah, 6 points.
Not sure whether, truthfully, I've sort of tried to work it out in my head, and I don't think I'll quite make the frame. But again, good day's fishing. I've had 3 good days fishing. It's just a shame about yesterday's 4th. But yeah, that's all you can ask for, really. 3 good days fishing and good to finish on a win. Tom, you've had a mint day as well?
Yeah, I've been on your lake, on Top Lake, top peg 3, in that bowl. Got a nice island there at like 16 metres, nice reed bed, which is obviously need covering this at the minute.
A lovely looking peg, isn't it? It's nice.
Just set up mainly mugging shallow, and then in the edge that's all I set up really. Nice simple match. On these matches you usually just settle on a couple of things, and that's how you catch. Started off mugging. I had 6 in the first probably like half hour, 40 minutes.
Lovely.
And then I've been feeding the shallow line. I didn't want to. Always find with mugging, if you're feeding too much, it just stops the muggers coming in. Do you know what I mean? So I'm trying not to feed it too much to see if I can catch a few more carp. But then it just fizzled out, so I went shallow, and then I've had a real good run on that. Just chipped one back most.
Big F1s.
Really. Bit of a mixture really. A lot of stockies, and then an odd bigger F1. And then I ended up fishing down the edge the last sort of like hour-ish, because I kept seeing them coming in. I thought I only need like 5 or 6 carp down there.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? 170.
Yeah, that's what you're thinking, isn't it? On the last day.
But in the end, I ended up having 3 or 4 or 5, no, probably about 5 down the edge, F1s and 3 carp, and I ended up with £146, which won the section and also won lake. So
Fantastic. Bit of
happy
super
days.
for you.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's fished really well today, hasn't it, in general? There's been some good weights. I know I've heard Andy Bennett's had £196, I think, on extension. I think, speaking to Sticky when we walked up the LE, that whole lake's fished its brains out today. So it'll be interesting when you see the weights later to see what gets in the frame. I actually think you might need over £150 just to get in the frame on the weights today. That's how well fished. So.
Yeah, it's been brilliant.
Yeah.
It's fished like fantastically. I mean, the weather's been great, but I'd say pretty terrible conditions for fishing. Bright sun, really high pressure, and it's, I mean, tunnel lines give us all a little treat again.
Yeah, it's an incredible venue, really, isn't it? Looking at
It's the best venue for this kind of event.
Yeah, you always get bites, don't you? So that's the thing. Just getting bites, that's what you want.
But yeah, great festival. Keep an eye out for the results on the Catchpole Media Facebook page, and yeah, we'll
catch up with you shortly.
Yeah, soon we'll be clapping the winner, hopefully.
See you later.